What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy James. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like button. It's the thumbs up right there. Also hit the subscribe button. It's that red box, probably somewhere in this direction. This video is a long time coming, but honestly, it's the only reason for that is because I literally needed like a couple weeks to kind of get my thoughts together on this and kind of I don't know, figure it out. I wanted to kind of let it sink in, kind of really reflect on what the whole thing was like. But basically, if you've never seen me before, I just completed the Hybrid World Tour this year. That was kind of like my own little thing that I put together to challenge myself and kind of push myself outside my comfort zone. And so basically I did 6 events over the course of the entire year from different aspects of fitness. I did a powerlifting competition in February. I did a bodybuilding show in May. I did a CrossFit competition in July. I did a strongman competition in August. I did a 13+ mile obstacle course race in the mountains of Tahoe in September, and then I did a full marathon in October. And to keep this in perspective, I'm a 6'4", about 255 pound dude who primarily does bodybuilding and powerlifting. I do athletic training as well, but my main kind of like focus is powerlifting, bodybuilding. So doing different things outside of my comfort zone. Finished it a couple weeks ago on October 20th. That's when I did the full marathon. That was the last event on the tour. I gotta be real, I was super excited about the tour at the beginning, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that the first couple events that I did are things that they're things I'm used to doing. I did bodybuilding, I did powerlifting. I've done those competitions and shows before. And then the CrossFit and the strongman, that was kind of stuff that I had never competed in, but I had done aspects of in my training before. And then when we got to the last two, which were the endurance racing running events, those were the ones I did not enjoy and was not looking forward to heading into the event. So the obstacle course race was really fun. I did the Spartan beast race up in Lake Tahoe at the Spartan World Championships, and that was awesome. That was really cool. It was really difficult. I was really sore. It really pushed me physically and mentally. But then as soon as I got done with that, I was like, oh man, that was cool. And then the marathon was like 3 weeks after that, or 2.5 weeks after that. And that was the one where I was just like looking at it and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this at all. To be fair, I did not really train too heavily for the marathon going into it. And so I knew it was going to be very difficult because I did not train for it to the extent that you're supposed to train for something like that. I finished it, and that was the whole point. I didn't finish last. I still beat some people. I didn't qualify for Boston or New York or any of those big marathons. But I finished, and that was the point of the thing. All right. I don't plan on doing another marathon ever again, really, because I don't enjoy distance running. I understand the running high that you get, and I understand that, and I understand people really enjoy the running, but it's not something I'm really passionate about. So check that off the list. I don't think I'll do another one. I might do another 13-mile Spartan beast race, 14-mile Spartan beast race. Just because that's a little bit more interesting. That's a little bit more up my alley. It's athletic, it's fun, it's trails, it's fun. So I really enjoyed the Spartan race. I might do that again. That was also very difficult, but I finished it. That was difficult for some different reasons. That was difficult because of the weather, because it started snowing and lightning, and they shut down part of the course, and they almost pulled us off the course. It was crazy. Anyway, the whole event, the whole Hybrid World Tour was an awesome event. It was a great, really fun year. I mean, it was a tough year, a lot of training, a lot of hours, a lot of discipline to do and be competitive in all these different events, and I really enjoyed it. It opened my eyes to some things that I really enjoyed. I obviously love powerlifting. I want to focus on getting stronger in powerlifting and being more competitive there. So I really enjoyed that. That was a fun thing. I accomplished a huge goal of mine. I deadlifted 630, which gave me an elite USPA deadlift, so I'm stoked about that. My deadlift has since gone up quite a bit since then. over the year. So that was really cool. The bodybuilding show was fun. It got me lean. I haven't been that lean in a long time. I looked probably the best I've ever looked on stage. The CrossFit event was really cool. It was a cool team event. We didn't do as well overall, but it was still a really fun thing. The workouts were challenging. I enjoyed them. They were things that I do normally in my training for the most part. The strongman event was awesome. I really loved that, obviously, because that's the one I did the best at. I took first place in my category, and I did really well in that. So I enjoyed that one, obviously, the most. But it made me want to do another strongman event. It made me actually want to maybe compete to do that on a competitive stage. I don't know if I'm going to, though, because I'm kind of in a limbo. I want to maybe do the strongman, but I also want to stay lean, relatively lean. I don't really fit hand in hand, because in order to be competitive in strongman, I probably have to go up quite a few pounds to be competitive, unless I drop down to the 230 class, which would be a little bit of a struggle because I was 229 on stage and that was really lean. So it might be difficult for me to stay in that. Whatever that category is, the 110 kilo class, might be a little bit difficult for me to make that. But yeah, so it was a great thing overall. It really pushed me. I learned a lot. I got to travel and do some cool things, and opened me up to some experiences that I probably maybe wouldn't have if I hadn't have done this event. So I'm really stoked for it. I'm also really excited because I didn't think it was going to push people to do that, but a lot of people have reached out to me and said that they're going to do their own version of the Hybrid World Tour, or they're signing up for races that they would never have considered before. Like some people reach out to me, they're going to sign up for some 5Ks and they don't enjoy running at all, and so they're going to do that because of me doing the marathon. This guy reached out to me on Instagram and said that he's going to start his Hybrid World Tour next year. And he's going to do, a bodybuilding show, and he's going to do a strongman and a CrossFit, and he's going to do all these things. It's really cool to see all these people, because the whole purpose of this Hybrid World Tour was to push myself outside my comfort zone, do things that I'm not super comfortable doing, to prove to myself that I could do it. I set a goal. I'm going to run a marathon. I'm 250 plus pounds. Who the hell runs a marathon at 250 plus pounds? A lot of people said some negative things about me running a marathon, and to be honest, I didn't think I was going to do it. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I didn't want to do it when it was coming up. I tried to figure out excuses to get out of it, but I had already committed to it. And that's a big thing with me. When you commit to something, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. And so I said I was going to do the marathon. So even though in my head I didn't want to do the marathon, I was trying to figure out ways to get out of it, I couldn't not do it, because I would have let myself down. I would have let you guys down. And I know a bunch of people would be like, "Oh man, we don't care if you did the marathon or not." I'm not gonna say something and then not do it. So I don't want to put that out there in social media land, because I don't want to be known for that. I want to be known as the guy that does what he says he's going to do. And I hope that this kind of helped solidify that to you guys. And I hope it also maybe inspired you to, do some things that maybe you aren't the best at, that maybe you kind of suck at, that you're scared to do or whatnot. Because fitness is a universal thing. It's not just powerlifting. It's not just strongman. It's not just running. It's not just, football. It's not just like fitness is everything. Fitness is life. Fitness transcends all these different avenues. You can't be one-dimensional. If you're going to be in this life, that's a lesson for life. You can't be one-dimensional. You have to be good at a bunch of different things. You have to experiment with different things, because you don't know if you like something until you try it. You don't know you hate distance running until you legitimately try to run a distance. You don't know you hate deadlifts unless you try deadlifting. I don't know who hates deadlifts. Basically, this has been a really cool experience. It opened my eyes. I hope it opened your guys' eyes. That just because something seems like you're not good at it, or you're scared of it, or you don't know how you'll do at it, doesn't mean that you should not do it. Just because you suck at something doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't attempt it. Because you know what? Your head will tell you things that you can't do, but your body is more than capable of doing it. When I was running the marathon, I didn't think I was going to finish. And that's what my head was saying. My head was like, "You're done, dude. but my body just kept going, right? You know, and I silenced that little voice in my head that was telling me that I was done. Do something that scares you. Do something that you suck at. Do something that you don't want to do, because honestly, that's where you get the most growth. That's where you grow the most. That's where you develop the most, is doing things that you don't want to do. You know, and that transcends more than just fitness. That transcends everything. That leaks into every part of your life right there. So yeah, Hybrid World Tour 2019 down. 2020, I'm probably gonna take it a little easy in terms of competitions, but I'm thinking about 2021 maybe doing another hybrid tour. We'll see. Hope you guys liked the video. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know something that you are scared of doing that you're gonna do now. Like, do something crazy. Anyway, stay tuned. A lot of good content coming down the pipes. I just filmed a bunch of videos. A bunch of stuff is coming out, and we're gonna get more consistent with this YouTube thing. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Stay savage, my friends. Peace.